Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome to Saeed TV. Welcome to another video. I got my man Curtis Shaw in the building. Man, I call
Yo,
you Big C now, man. What's going
come
on,
on,
man?
bro.
Chilling, yeah?
Yo, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you Mr. Trending. You know what I mean? I see man
Listen,
trending all over the place.
it's one of them ones, man. You know, we never would have thought in the wildest dreams, man. You get me? Man, I'll be third trend in the UK, but
Come on,
listen,
come
what
on.
they say is the game's the game, people. And
Mm,
listen, we're just doing our thing, man. This is what happens. You get caught in this in the lifestyle, and then you get me. You have to go with it. You get me.
yeah.
So, end of the day, people, it is what it is, man. But you so what you saying, little bro? Everything blessed.
No, I'm blessed, man. You know, we're doing what we're doing, trying to build. You know, create unity and togetherness. You know, and build. And the Euros is starting. Summer's here, man. We have to give thanks. You know, we've been in a pandemic for over a year, so we have to, just make the most of it.
Man, come on, man. I see you shining your channel as well. Big up to Curtis Shaw TV. Make sure you subscribe to
Big
him.
up.
The link is in the title, so make sure you go check him out as well. You know, I'm trying to say to you, all you need to do is hit that hyperlink and it'll take you straight there. Big
Come
up
on.
to Harry. I don't know how to spell that name, you get me, but you get me. Big up to Harry. He's a member of the channel, so big up to you, bro. Appreciate that. He goes, respect, say, love your show. Respect with the man that been following you all. Become a member, respectable, could work. We are united. Come on, man. Love that, bro. Love that. Love to
Mhm.
everybody tuning in right now as well. You know what to do. Make sure you like the video before you join in, and also make sure you subscribe to the
Come on.
channel. But yo, man, we're gonna kick in with the Arsenal chat. You feel me?
Aye.
Man, like, you know what? Yeah, I think that's a broad question. What is the process at Arsenal? But the
Mm.
thing is, bro, though, when you got like man like Xhaka saying he's had a good season and you get me, he's trying to move on that, bro. It's a bit mad, you know. It's a bit mad. He's almost got a chip in his shoulder now. He's left. Don't know what's going on, man.
Bro, I always say, like processed cheese that they put on a burger.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's the Arsenal process, fam. It ain't real. You know, it might taste like cheese on the burger, but that ain't no real
Yeah,
cheese,
yeah,
fam.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
them
yeah,
ones.
yeah,
So,
yeah, 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 yeah,
bro,
yeah.
we're in a mad situation, bro. Xhaka, the man's been at Arsenal for what, 5 seasons. He's never
Mm.
been good enough, and this guy is talking with chest. You know what I mean? He's got
Oh,
Mourinho offering him a 5-year deal, and now he thinks he's some big boy player. So I say good riddance to him, man. You know, I put
mm.
out a tweet yesterday, and it got a lot of people annoyed. I don't know why, and I was like, we signed him ahead of N'Golo Kante, which
Yeah.
that alone is enough. He's
Mm.
made the most mistakes of any midfielder in the Premier League since 2016, leading to goals. You know what I
Mm.
mean? He's had 45 yellow cards in 5 seasons. This guy is not good enough. You know, there are 4 or 5 other players that need to go behind him as well. So,
Mm.
listen, you know what? I'm not really listening to what the guy's saying, man. Just get him out the door. Like you were saying yesterday about Fellaini, and he used to just make you angry at times watching him. This is what
Bro,
Xhaka does to me, bruv,
100%, man. You know, I'm trying to say to you, and even though Fellaini scored some important goals, yeah,
Yeah,
I think in general, man, he was never ever a Man United player, bro. And that's what pissed everyone off. It's like
yeah,
Xhaka is in the mold of Vieira. You know, you man had blessed midfielders, Fabregas. You feel
yeah.
me? And I feel like, you know, that grace of a footballer, Xhaka's coming in there, capped him. He's coming in, you know what I mean? He's got a presence there. He's never been relinquished of his role. You know what I mean? It's just been there, bro. 9 yellow cards per season is outrageously high.
Come on,
Never
man.
been disciplined. Threw the shirt. For me, when he threw that shirt in, I don't know
Should have been
how.
finished.
Should have been
Done.
finished, man. You
Should
know
have
what I
been
mean? We
done.
don't want to. We're not here for a cancel culture here. But listen, man should have been done, man. Because at the end of the day, he was like, "Yo, you man," and then he comes out and says, "Yo, what did he do?" He went,
Yeah, yeah, he was
something
doing
like,
all that. Yeah, yeah. It's
you know
mad,
what I
bro. But
mean?
it just shows how the standards have dropped, bro. Like, even if you're not as good a team as you used to be, which happens sometimes, but
Mm.
you've still got to, keep the things what make you great. You could never imagine doing that in the team with Vieira and them, man. They would have been fighting
Bro,
in the
never.
changing room. You
Unheard
know what I'm
of.
saying?
Unheard
Imagine
of.
doing that at United with Roy Keane. Imagine what Keane would have done to Granit Xhaka, telling the fans to F off and throwing the armband on the floor. Them things can't run, bro. He should have never played for us again after that.
Never, bro. And you get me. I don't know who's got the quotes in here. It goes here. Arsenal is a top club, but I think it's for new beginners, new objectives. Mikel is one of the best coaches. Well, why do they say this? You know, Mustafi said this, and now Xhaka. it's like as if almost like, why do you kind of make things right when you were there? Like, you don't want to hear it now, man. You know what I'm trying to say to you? You needed to be there when things were happening. If you were part of this whole process, then why are you still not here? You get me? Because your position's not taken out, is it? You're not as if you're second fiddle. You're main stayer, mate. You're playing with Partey in that midfield. So end of the day, people, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. And you know what it is? It's all these, like, you ain't hearing Aubameyang saying that. You ain't hearing Pepe say that. You ain't hearing Gabriel say that. It's all these, like, bums that man want out the door. Like, Xhaka leaves, he's a brilliant... Ceballos just had one of the worst seasons of his life, and he goes, Arteta's going to become one of the best managers in the world. Well, there's no evidence to back that up, bro. You know what I mean? It's just hope. Like I was saying to you yesterday, you know, Pep slaps us all over the place and then says, Arteta's a great coach. Klopp bigs him up. And I feel like a part of it is these other managers want Arteta at Arsenal because they think, right, while he's at Arsenal, nothing's going off over there. So we've got them out the way. Do you know what I mean? And I think the Arsenal board are so weak that they'll sit there and go, do you know what? Pep said he's a great coach, so we're going to keep him. You know, they can't all be wrong. They all know what they're talking about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because we haven't got footballing people running the football club, they get gassed off things like that. Like, no, we're not going to sack him because Pep said he's a great coach. So, man, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But it's our process, as you were saying, it's a lot. Our process is a lot more difficult than yours is. That's all I will say.
No, 100%, because at the end of the day, you get me? There were certain players like Schleidlin for me. He came in and he was kicked out the door, man. You feel me? Big up Babs in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Babs, big up.
I like Babs, you get me? But I think for us, what you got to realise is that I think Xhaka stayed for how long years is it? 5-6 years at a football club?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When in reality, mate, like, this should never have happened. That process should never have happened. You know what I mean? It should have been, right, he's got 2 years to prove himself and he's not fulfilling himself in 2 years. We go get better players in there. But really, you bought Guendouzi, who was never going to challenge him. You bought Ceballos, who was unknown. You know what I mean? Had one good game against Burnley. Who else did you bring in? You know what I mean? Who else? Torreira, you know what I mean? One of them players that come in from South America, they don't really adjust well. You know what I mean? So, end of the day, what you got to realize is that Xhaka should never have been there for as long as he's been there, bro. And that comes down to the process at Arsenal always been, you know what? We don't want to take it to the next level because we're happy with where we are. He's a for me, a mid-table to top 6 kind of player. You know what I mean? He won't play that top 4. Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? Ceballos had some pedigree still. Yeah, he had some pedigree, but come on, man. You know what I mean? Was it ever something, you get me, that was going to ever build up to be one of them big players? He was never
the guy, was he? I'll tell you the difference side, yeah. For example, if you buy if Man United or Man City look at Man City. Man City needed a centre-back last summer. They bought Nathan Ake for 40 million. A few weeks later, they buy Ruben Diaz for 60 million. And Ake spends most of the season on the bench. We can't do that. So when we spend 35 on Xhaka and after a year, we're like, yo, this guy's not good enough. Because the board don't back the manager, they're not going to rectify it. They're going to go, do you know what? You're going to have to keep him and make it work. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. We bought Thomas Partey last year, who's a very good player, in my opinion. But he had an up and down season because you're putting him in a midfield with some guys who you just come out of Atletico Madrid's midfield with quality players. And now you're playing with El Neni and Xhaka and Ceballos. You're going to struggle to stand out in that team.
Bro, he's swamping, man. He's swamping in the field, man.
Him, bro. You know that one?
You get, man. He's trying to get out of there, but he couldn't get out of there. You know what I'm trying to say? Man. Mika Johnson here with a super chat. Yo, big up to Mika. He goes, what's the best front 6? Kane, Grealish, Mahrez, KDB, Gundogan, Fernandinho, Salah, Mane, Rafinha, Thiago, Tielemans, Fabinho, Haaland, Pulisic, Mount Havertz, Verratti, Kane. That's a bit of a mismatch. Feel me? What are you going for? I'd probably go for.
I'll go for the City one. City one.
Yeah, City one. Yeah. You've got to be, man. Probably the most balanced. You get me? Probably the most balanced. You're probably going to get out of there. But you know what it is, yeah? What is the process at Arsenal? Because at the end of the day, what you got to realize is, yeah, Buendia, whether we like it or not, and I was giving it to Livs yesterday, bro. He,
Yeah.
in reality, rejected Arsenal because, yes, Arsenal didn't give the valuation that Aston Villa wanted. But what you got to realise is, Buendia didn't hold out and say, nah, I want to wait until Arsenal come back with a better offer. He said, I'm going to Villa. When you hear that, bro, that surely must think like, yo, man, where's Arsenal going? Where are we going as a football club, bro?
Bruv, and you know what? You make a good point there, because when we signed Alexis Sanchez, right, we offered less than Liverpool offered Barcelona. But Sanchez told Barcelona, I don't want to go to Liverpool. I want to go to Arsenal because of Wenger and the football we were playing at the time. So then you look at it now, you think, Buendia. In reality, if Buendia's got a choice between Villa and Arsenal, he should be telling Norwich, like, yo, I don't care if Villa have offered £4 million more. I don't care if the payment structure's better. I want to go to Arsenal, Yeah, like someone's saying there, he's got the same agent as Emi Martinez, who's obviously at Villa. But that shouldn't be enough to make him go to Villa. He should have just been like, I've come from Argentina, I've come from the Championship, and Arsenal want to sign me. Bro, the reality is, right now, we're only a giant of a football club in terms of history and fan base and the revenue that comes through the door. On the pitch, we're a mid-table team, and that's the reality of it. Aston Villa beat Arsenal twice last year. They're playing good football. They're on the ascendancy. They're finishing higher most, in the last couple seasons. We're a team in the decline. Buendia might have looked at Arsenal and thought, you know what? The fans are protesting about the owner. The manager's on thin ice. People aren't sure whether he's good enough or not. The football there is poor. This has been a poor season of football for Arsenal. He might look at that and think, you know what? That's a bit of a mess. I'm going to stay away from that. Villa have got Grealish. They got McGinn. They got Barkley and Watkins.
They got a better midfield than us too, mate. I tell you that.
They got a better midfield than us, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? So Buendia's probably... And you know what is as well, bruv? Buendia probably thinks, right, I go to Villa. I tear it up for 2 years and I can go again. I can go Real Madrid. I can go Man City, Man United.
Exactly.
If you go to Arsenal, because we are, classed as a big club still, it's difficult to get a big move. We're going to ask for bigger money and stuff like that. So I'm not surprised, that Buendia turned Arsenal down. I got to be honest. I think, and like he's saying there, Villa is probably an exciting project too.
It is though. It's Villa. Decent ground, decent history. You know what I mean? They've got a good. For me, I think it's underrated, that manager, what he's done. I think the first season he kind of flopped, but he come back stronger. He's got a good backroom staff in John Terry, even though he's a prick. You know what I mean? He's got a good backroom staff. He's got good people behind him. And you know what? Yeah, when you look at reality, mate, the whole end. Aston Villa's not a media club. Aston Villa was never a media club. Listen, Aston Villa, for me, have always been that kind of club. I thought, you know what? Back in the day, they was chasing top four. They used to have man like Gareth Barry, Ashley Young, Agbalahor. They used to have decent, players, bro. And they've almost declined that because the owner was poor. But now they've got a project now. They've got players in there. If they could keep Grealish, do you know what, mate? Boy, oh boy. They could easily give a proper shout for top 6 next season.
Oh, all day.
You now, it wouldn't be within their means. Say, you know what, top 6 is a shout, bro. You feel me,
bro? Villa. You look at Villa's spine of their team now, bro. They got Emi Martinez in goal, who I believe is better than Leno. They got what's his name, Konza and Mings at centre back, which is solid.
Yeah.
Then you got Douglas Luiz, McGinn, Barkley, and Grealish in midfield, and Watkins up front, who's an England player now. They got a strong spine. If they drop a couple more players around that, they're a decent team, man. Listen, I'm not surprised. I'm a realist when it comes to my own football club, innit? I know where we are as a football club, and Buendia turning down Arsenal to go to Villa, it doesn't surprise me. And I believe, honestly, that until the owner changes and the manager changes, I don't think Arsenal are going anywhere. I think we'll be top 7, top 8. If we're lucky, we might nick an FA Cup or finish 6th, get back in the Europa League. Top 4 for me next season is already out the window unless we spend big money, which I don't see happening. Because if we can't get Buendia over the line, we ain't gonna go and spend 80, 90 million on a player. So it's mad, bro. It's all mad.
If you can't spend 40 million on Buendia, how are you gonna get 40 million on Neves then? Because that's what you want. You know what I mean? Like that's what you kind of want. But do you have to sell? Anna says, "Hey, do you? You know what I mean? Who would you sell?" But listen, you got Williams going. William, you've got Louise is gone. Bellerin's hopefully going.
Yeah.
Who else is out there that could probably go? These kind of guys that need to go do so. That's 5. That's a big rebuild, you know. That's a lot of players. I would sell Chambers and all these guys. Rob Holding. Yeah. Get rid of these guys, man. They're not good enough.
Bruv, they're nowhere near.
Sell the entire squad.
Bruv, delete club FIFA settings, man. Just start again.
I'm telling you, start again, man. You know how you start off, yeah, on career mode, and you've got your home team, yeah. And by the end of it, yeah, you've got bloody. It's all gone, mate. You probably keep one player. You know what I mean? I probably kept one Bissaka. I kept Pogba. I kept Martial. But apart from that, mate, man sold the whole lot, mate. You feel me? Because in the day, bro, you're just not happy with the team, bro. And that's the main thing, man. You know what I'm trying to say to you? But Arsenal, I think, whether we like it or not, bro, I think the process is Arteta, man. Because at the end of the day, what you got to realise, the mentality of the football club suits Arteta. And the players are thinking, you know what? It's all good. Like Xhaka would never have said this if it was about another manager in terms of Unai Emery. But because he knows Arteta doesn't expect a lot from these players, he's like, you know what? Everything, it's a honeymoon. Like I said to you, the players at Man United, it's like when you're in a guest house here, and you're not supposed to pay any rent. You feel me? You're not going to do anything. You're going to be like, you know what? Do what you want to do. Go hoover the house at 3 a.m. in the morning when I'm in my room sleeping. Do what you want. Because at the end of the day, I'm not paying any money. And it's the same thing at Arsenal. All these players come to training. Aubameyang knows he's going to come late in his Lamborghini. And the next thing you know, he's going to play next game because he's called Aubameyang. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, it's a mad cycle. And we used to be top clubs, man. And I think for me, it's a sad reality that I think our mentality is gone, where people are coming at you now for saying Xhaka. You know what I mean? For saying, you know, what's he saying and all this, bro. I can't believe people are giving apology letters, bro.
Do you know what's mad, yeah? Like, and we was talking about it yesterday. Sometimes when you've got that elite manager, he can bridge the gap between not great owners and the team. Do you know what I'm saying? And we were saying that in it. Like, you look at Liverpool, their owner doesn't throw money all over the place. Most of the money they spend, they've earned. But Klopp has bridged that gap. He's picking the right players. He's got a system, and he's done that. You look at United, you know, Ferguson was that bridge in it. He knew, you know, even when you lost like a Ronaldo, he'll go and pick up an Antonio Valencia or a Chicharito or someone, and somehow he'll still make it work because he was such a good manager. And Wenger could do that back in the day. I look at Arteta now and I just think these players are like, you know, back in the day when you had like a supply teacher in the classroom and he just, you know, he tried to be tough, but you're like, whatever, man. You're only here for a few. They ain't got no respect for this guy, you know?
He told him to read at the back of the book. And they fail you. Basically, they fail you because they didn't care. You know what I mean? They wanted to have that tough love. You feel me? And they effectively fail you. You know what I mean?
For me, bro, Arteta, man, he shouldn't have got the job in the first place because you can't take over a job like Arsenal with no experience. Unless the setup around him is unbelievable. Give him top quality coaches with experience. Give him a big budget to go and get the players that he wants. But he hasn't got either one of them. So he's just out here on his own trying to make it work. And, you know, I think so far he's having a tough time. I think he should have got sacked in November when we were losing to Burnley at home and things like that. We were 15th in the league. Any other top 6 club would have sacked him. Do you know what I mean? At that time, for some reason, we just sat there and, you know, let the season carry on. We haven't been out of Europe for 25 years. This guy's come in and 18 months and took us out of Europe. Brexit settings, fam. Took us straight out of Europe. You know that was. It's
I'm
mad,
telling you, bro.
It's all mad.
I'm telling you. Sam Bob with a super chat. Yo, big up Sam Bob. He goes, saying, well, will United finish next season? Same to you, Curtis. Honest answer, lads. I'm going to say for me again, top 4, man. You know, I just don't think we're going to ever get back to the even reaching the heights of last season. I think last season was a freak season. I still think it was a false position because in reality, Chelsea made top 4, sacking their manager, and Liverpool were 5 points behind us. When we were at one point, we were like 10 points behind, ahead of them, and we're clear ahead of them. And we were chasing second and comfortably second, and they were like struggling to make top 4. So for me, again, top 4, in around top 4, I think we'll just about edge it again. What about you?
Yeah, I'd say United top 4, but yeah, like you said, top 4, like more like 4th, not second. I think City and Liverpool will be in the top 2. So I reckon United probably finish 3rd or 4th. I reckon Arsenal, 7th, 6th, 7th, no chance.
That's an improvement. It's an improvement, though.
Yo, this is what we're doing. We'll move one space a season, fam. You know what I mean? In 4 years, we'll get top 4.
Can you believe it? Yeah, that Arsenal are 50-1 to get relegated next season.
It's not a bad bet. You know what I mean?
50-1, people. With Arteta in charge, Arsenal are 50-1 bet. I couldn't believe it when I seen it. Yeah, I was like, brother, 50-1.
I'm not surprised. Do you know we're shorter odds to get relegated than to get top 2 or something or win the league? We're like 175-1 to win the league, but 50-1 to get relegated. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't get it. Do you know what? I look at. Oh, don't worry. I'll run the show while he goes, people. He's done it. See that? Look at this guy's internet, man. Put the pound in the meter, Saeed. I'll run it for you, man. People, I'm taking over. Curtis Shaw TV takeover. Arsenal flag all over Saeed's channel. 50-1 ain't bad, Jamie. I'm telling you. Don't worry. I'll run the show for you while you're out of here, man. Don't worry. Put another pound in the meter, bro.
Be over, man. I was just like, I was shocked, man. I figured that could have been my club there, man. The ones there.
Arsenal, man. I'm saying, top 7, top 6.
Top 7.
Although you were saying on my channel yesterday, Arsenal can get top 4. Them ones.
You know what it is, for me, and I don't want to give banter to Arsenal, but honestly, man, I really genuinely believe, that Arsenal will be back next season in terms of it won't be as bad as it was last season. I'm really, really confident in that. I don't know what it is, but I just don't think he can get any lower than this, bro. How can he get lower than this? When have you seen a team decline? Well, Man United have declined anyway for how many years, but just decline in this manner where they go down and down and down and down. Like, seriously. Let me ask the people in the comments. Obviously, Arsenal fans will probably think. But all the Man United fans next season, where do Arsenal fans finish? Maybe it's just me. I don't know, man. I just think for me,
I bet not one person puts us in the top 4 unless they're bantering.
No, I'm not saying top 4, but I'm saying at least near enough. Someone said, right, Anna said he can get lower. Yo, listen, Bavs, man, I don't rate Arteta. It's not about Arteta. I'm just looking at the whole thing and thinking, surely Arsenal, man. We've given them too much banter, man. Like everyone's saying 6, man. 6.
No, look, someone's saying 11th, 12th. Them ones.
Hey, man, you man are mocking it, man. You man are mocking
it. Bro, last season we finished 4th in London, fam.
Yeah,
4th in London.
Not even better than West Ham.
West Ham, Tottenham, Chelsea finished above us last season. Chelsea sacked their manager. Tottenham sacked their manager. West Ham got David Moyes in charge, fam. And these teams are finishing above us. At the same time, you're saying it can't get worse.
There you go. One game a week. Surely that will be a benefit. That's what I'm saying. It's one game a week. It's no pressure on now. I think Arteta after one more season. You get me? I don't know why Babs is calling me. He secretly rates Arteta when in reality he rates Arteta himself.
He loves Arteta.
Babs. He loves Arteta. So if anything, you got to back the process, Babs. I don't know what you man saying, but what you got to realize is where I'm looking at this is I think one game a week should be able to get these guys implementing whatever Arteta's philosophy is. I'm not sure what Arteta's philosophy is. You get me? Sometimes I just feel like, he's trying to get the pep handbook out and he's trying to do all sorts of things, bro. I'm trying to say to you, and it's never going to work now. You know what I mean? And I think for me, yeah, I don't know what Arsenal fans want. Where do they see this football club? You know what I mean? Maybe the fans have to lower the expectation. I don't know. Like when I look at Man United, I can see there's money there. I can see there's some sort of, you know, we've got some things there. The foundations a little bit are there. At Arsenal, I'm looking at and thinking, you know, you've got Gabriel who's coming from Lille. He's had a decent season. I don't really personally rate him. You haven't got X-rated players. Like Aubameyang probably, I would say, is up there maybe in terms of class. But apart from that, have you got anyone on the ilk of top players anymore? You know what I mean? Is it what the Arsenal of old? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm just thinking, are you guys maybe putting expectation too high? Or have you got to maintain it? Because if you don't, then you know what, man? You're going to be obscurity, innit?
Do you know what, bro? I already think we have dropped expectation because we went from Arsenal title challengers or winning the title back in the day, Arsenal United. Yeah. Then we went to top 4 Arsenal, who we just used to finish 3rd, 4th and didn't really challenge. Then it was like, oh, you finished outside, you get 5th, 6th, go Europa. Now we're 8th, not even getting Europe. So I think Arsenal fans already lowered their expectation. But it's like, how much lower are we supposed to accept, man? Like, look what you're saying about Ollie and stuff like that. And you lot are finishing 2nd. Do you know what I'm saying? We would love to swap places with you right now. You know what I mean?
You know what? Yeah, I think it's just shows where Arsenal and Man United are meant to be, man. We are meant to be top clubs. You know what I mean? I think we're meant to be there. Not by luck, not by choice. We're meant to be there, people. And I think that's what's ingrained. You know what I mean? Even the younger generation of fans that have never seen 2004, it's within the fan base. It's within the family. You know what I mean? When you see a particular family member, they say, we'll be back. I think, we are fallen giants. I really do, man, because at the end of the day, maybe we were guilty of success by you know, Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger. But in reality, it should never, ever just die down the way it has. It should never have crumbled the way it has. Partly, I still blame Ferguson for part of it because he kind of accepted it and thought, you know what? There's no value in the market. And then Wenger didn't want to let go of the gold. You know what I mean? There was saying now, what you know how I kind of summarize Wenger? Should I tell you what? So saying now, you've got a fallen building. And then you've got gold, You've got gold. And he's already picked up about, let's say, 3 kilos of gold. But there's another 5 kilos across the room. And he's thinking, I could get that. And he's there, you know what I mean, trying to save that one piece of gold. But in reality, the whole thing crumbled on him because at the end of the day, the whole fan base kind of said, yo, man, I see people damning Wenger, bro. I should never ever got to that stage. Yeah. Wenger should have said, you know what, I'll take this little bit of gold and you know what, I'll move with it. But instead, he tried to stay beyond his time. He started to believe that I could do something another 2 years, another year. Bro, you were basically, for me, not finished yet, but I think the time was there to go. Alex Ferguson left at a good time, but left us with a bad squad. Arsenal did both of them. They had a bad squad and a bad manager. You know what? I love Indiana Jones. Maybe it's that Indiana Jones analogy.
Yeah, man loves them analogies, innit, man?
Yeah, man, I love them analogies. The king of analogies, man, but we move.
Do you know what it is, bruv? I think with Wenger, Wenger went through that 10-year period when we didn't win a trophy. And then we built the stadium. We was in debt. We were selling our best player every summer. And he wins that first FA Cup. And all the rumours were at that time that Pep was being linked with the Arsenal job because Pep was saying a lot of things in the press that Arsenal at that time, we was the club that played similar football to Barca and blah, blah, blah. He loved London and things like that. And Wenger signed a new deal because imagine going 10 years without a trophy and you win one. He's thinking, right, I'm back. You know what I mean? I've got money to spend now. He bought Ozil and he thought, here we go. We won a couple more FA Cups and he should have just said, that's it. Like, I can win an FA Cup, but I can't win that title. I need to pass this on to someone else. But like you said, he waited and it was blowing up around him. The fans had turned on him. He left us outside of the Champions League with a bang average squad, failing, declining squad. And people forget, he bought Granit Xhaka. You know what I mean? He bought Mustafi. He bought Lucas Perez and all these men and just walked out and said, try and deal with that. How are you supposed to deal with that without investment? So at least with Ferguson, all right, your squad wasn't great. What he left with, he left you. Didn't he leave you as champions?
He left us with champions. Yeah, he did leave us with champions. But
know
then
what I
again,
mean?
he left us picking David Moyes, who for me was never fit for the job, and then also he left an age in the squad. At least Arsene Wenger brought a couple of men and said, "Yo, you man deal with Xhaka and them man." Mama left us with Vidic, you know what I mean, on his last legs. You know what I mean? He left with a lot of players who were on their last legs. But then again, it was something to build on, though. It was something to build on, but the owners didn't do that. And inevitably, mate, they kind of failed everyone. You know what I mean? Big Bill here says, Saeed at the wheel, man. Shout out from Manny's side. You know the drill. Come on, people. Love, man. You get me? Love every super chat that comes in, every chat. You feel me? Yeah, man. I know Money Penny. You know what I mean? It is trust the process at Man United as well. I think at our side, it's more PR. I don't know if you see that video of Rashford. Did you see that video of Rashford?
What's he talking about on it?
So basically, he says something about the process 4 times.
I saw it.
About 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Bro, are you not telling me someone's been drilling that into him?
100%.
Someone drilling that into him. It's got to be, bro. These guys are indoctrinated, bro. It's almost as if, you get me, like, they've been told, yo, listen, guys, when you can in the interviews, they've got a media manager. They've got... Nowadays, bro, you can't really shout any ballers now without getting media permission anymore. You can't really say, you know what I mean, if so-and-so and so, you know, if you want to do an interview with someone, you can't. You got to go to the media officer. Then the media officer say, right, you can't do that, mate, because at the end of the day, he might say something that might offend our football club and you might get into so much trouble. Yeah, man, I think these guys are robots now, and I think the days of having an honest interview, they're over, man. You know, I remember 10 years ago, man, you know what I mean? Like when you had an interview with one of the legends, man. You know, I remember when Ronaldo come in and said, why do people not rate you? He goes, maybe because they don't like me, maybe because I'm too good. Them kind of interviews, you don't see them anymore.
No,
you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day now, a lot of players have so much brand deals and so much kind of, you know, I don't know, man, like the contracts are there's so much loopholes in it. It's for me, you can't, then for me, I don't know about you, yeah, but I think it gives a license, whether we like it or not, for fans, yeah, to go at players, bro. Obviously, racism is racism, but when they do badly, and they come out and they spout that stuff, man, after a final, I don't want to hear you. No, I don't want to hear you, bro. Come after a final, and say, yo, the process, bro. The process was to beat Villarreal.
Yeah. It's true. And you know what it is? Like, obviously, you know, you can never defend racism. We're not talking about
100%.
I think what the problem is now is, as fans, you give so much to your club, like mentally and the time, and, you know, you're buying these shirts. If your team have lost or things aren't going well, you just want to hear some honesty from them, innit? And say, listen, this ain't good enough, blah, blah, blah. But like you said, they are being trained like robots now. And I think fans at times, they feel disconnected from the players because you're like, just give a genuine interview, say what you actually think. And you don't hear that from a lot of these players nowadays, man. No. It's just how it is. Even in the press conference, you know, the press officer has to show the list of questions that are going to be asked to the manager. And they'll look at them and just go, that's a bit difficult. Cancel that one. No, he doesn't want to answer that. So then you hear press conferences and you're always like, why don't you ask him what we want to hear? But they just get crossed off the list, bro. And that's how it is, unfortunately, man. But
yeah, man. And in reality, I think a lot of fans, think that when I'm going too harsh on players, mate, listen, I've heard stories in France. You know, I did an interview with one of the French guys from Get French Football News, and he goes, them ultras, in PSG, they don't take any prisoners, you know. You know, them man Marseille fan, you see them rolling up to the training ground. Yeah. I think a lot of fans, don't realize how it can be tough. It can be tough. It can get to that next level. It can go there because fans ultimately are the lifeline and the blood of the football club. No fans, no football. You've seen it without, you know, the game. You know, if you don't have any fans there, it's boring. It's kind of almost lifeless, you know what I mean? So I just feel like, you know, people need to respect I think fans' opinion as well, bro. Whether people say it comes from the wrong direction or the wrong kind of meaning, it's a different story. But that love we have for this football club, yeah, it's undeniable. Everyone loves their football club. We just want to see them do better. You know what I mean? We didn't ask for 7 years, 8 years of failure since Fergie left. You man didn't ask for how many years? 4 managers now. Is it 3, 4 managers since
3
Wenger
managers,
left?
yeah.
You know what I mean, bro? So
The,
end of the
the
day,
thing
man.
with United, I think now, just looking at United from a fan of a different club, everything to me just says you need the right manager. That I don't think that Man United are that far off. I look at your team, I think, put a different centre back next to Maguire. Bailly's good, but he's too injury prone, isn't he?
Injury prone,
Lindelof's not good enough. You need someone stronger in that defensive midfield. I don't think McTominay or Fred. You need a real top CDM. You know, maybe a centre forward, in my opinion, because I think Cavani is good, but you've got him at the back end of his career. I do like Martial, but I still question whether he's an out-and-out striker through the middle. Is he someone that likes to play off the left? I think they just fell into a trap of like Rashford and Martial both want to play on the left, so one of them's got to play through the middle. Like, I'm looking at Kane now, and I'm thinking, imagine if United got Kane. Like, that to me would just be like the English Van Nistelrooy at United. Like, he would just bang goals in at United. You've got Conte available now. You know, United really should be going for Conte, in my opinion.
Conte, man. How is he rejecting Roma before Man United even speak to him? You know what I mean? How we got to that level where, even for you guys, you know, they were about to take over, you know what I mean? Because I really believe that if Conte came in, I reckon he would have absolutely done bits over there, because they need a winner. Tottenham have never won anything. Go get a serial winner. You know what I mean? But I think Man United are kind of deserving of what they are, man. And I'm not meaning in terms of fans, in terms of if they don't want to get any success anymore, because if they wanted the best success in the world, they would have done that. But I think Arteta doesn't go against the owners. Oli doesn't go against the owners. So I think ultimately, this is where I think football's heading right now. Unless it's Abramovich, he don't give a shit. He'll sack you on the spot. He gave him 18 months before giving him another 2 years. He said, yo, listen, he apparently hasn't spoke to him since they agreed to be manager. Did you not hear what he said to Michelle? He goes,
saying that he doesn't ring him or anything.
He don't ring him. Bro, this is what it's meant to be about. Because I need to focus on the pitch. You focus on the ownership. Abramovich, whether we like him or not, and what he does off the field, you get me, it's a different matter. But my man has at least, put money into that football club and said, you know what? I'm investing into the team. And in reality, all the football clubs haven't done that.
Yeah.
So they've done the footballing side, but every time the manager has bridged the gap, Tuchel came in over that squad against Lampard and made a difference. Listen, I don't think our owners are going to go no matter what. I really, really do. I just think apathy, when you include things of, for me, I think protests are becoming a trend now. When are you ever going to get this kind of movement ever again? I think it was just down to the Super League. I don't think anyone was really bothered about the ownership. I just think it was about the Super League. In reality, they didn't want to. Anyone didn't want to join the Super League. So I don't know, man. And then people say, "Well, it's the owners, it's this and that, bro." Owners don't tell you take off Aubameyang when you're chasing the game. Owners don't tell you don't bring a substitution to the 100th minute. They don't tell you, Curtis. They don't.
Bruv, you're spot on. I said this all the time. Listen, maybe an owner with a lack of investment, you can only get so far, but you can't tell me that we shouldn't have beat Villarreal over 2 legs. We played them in 2 games and didn't score a goal from open play. This guy watched Manchester City the night before play Kevin De Bruyne false 9 and went to Villarreal and played Smith Rowe up front in the false 9 at Villarreal. And he's never played there in his career at Arsenal. And we lost the game 2-1. We played Man City away. He played Willian up front. When have you ever seen Willian play up front? He played Granit Xhaka at left back against Chukwueze, who's the quickest player on the pitch.
Yeah.
Because Pep Guardiola had played Zinchenko at left back. He'd played Fabian Delph at left back. So all of a sudden, I can play a left-footed midfielder at left back. No, just do what you need to do, bruv. Stop trying to be Pep. He needs his own
Facts.
identity, bro. But he needed to go somewhere else and figure that out first. Go to Southampton or go to a Spanish mid-table club and then come back to Arsenal. It's work experience settings, bro. He's figuring himself out while ruining Arsenal at the same time. We ain't got time for that, bro. They should have sacked him from long time, from ages ago. They should have got rid of him. Even Ollie for me as well. As soon as he lost to Villarreal, they should have got rid of it. If you can't beat them, then what's he ever going to bring to United?
But they were willing to give him the money. They were willing to give him a contract before the Europa League final. They said, regardless of him winning anything, we know the process is at United. I mean, what do you mean? You're here to win trophies. We're not here to make the playground, everyone get along together in the playground. We're not here for that, bro. And in reality, what you got to look at, exactly, bro, when you got to look at Arsenal as well, your guys that are in the backroom stuff, Steve Round, he failed at Man United. He failed at Man United. It was with David Moyes, you know.
I know.
And the other guy's always got AirPods in. I'm thinking, what are you doing?
But I don't know what that guy's listening to. What is he listening to, bro?
He's listening to Pep, man. He's listening to Pep, man, from back in the day. And he's got pre-recorders. Oh my God.
I reckon Pep's sending him like little 10-minute recordings before each game, and my man's listening to it.
He's got his headphones down. I seen one game, he didn't even bring the AirPods in.
No, he had the wires. The man had the wires, fam, hanging around his neck.
Oh my God, man. What is going on with this football club, man? What is going on?
From Everton. Oh, man, you're mad.
Steve Round, man. He was the one that had them little tactic sheets and was showing it to the whole world.
Yeah, on camera.
On the camera, bro, he showed his tactics to the whole world. I was thinking, what is going on at Arsenal, bro? These men have failed at other clubs. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, man.
Yeah.
Big Bill here with a super chat might be a bit conspirational. What's that? Conspirational. But do you think Gary Neville and that might push Salford as far as they can so they can get to sell United? I'm not sure they will. I think they've got their own agendas. I think Gary Neville's a clever man. He's a very, very clever man. He's a very business-minded man. I think he's got his own agenda somewhere else, you feel me? I like it when he comes in with the whole thing of, he's trying to see where United is, trying to call out the Glazers. But I think for me, what you got to realize is, is that he's got his own agenda somewhere, bro. And that's why you can't really trust these legends, bro. He won't ever say anything about Ollie. So for me, you don't get my respect. Because he's your friend, Like Mourinho said it, though, there's a lot of reasons why certain people are out of jobs, because they don't really have, they have so many friends in the media industry that won't go against them. It's like Rio Ferdinand. Listen, I got time for Rio Ferdinand, in terms of a legend, But he's saying that, Man United have had a convincingly better season than Liverpool. Well, listen, we finished with the same amount of trophies, and we finished 5 points ahead of them, when supposedly they had the worst season ever in a long while.
Yeah, man. This is what you got to think,
man.
You got to think with Gary Neville, right? He runs Salford, and he probably rings Man United sometimes and says, "Yo, have you got a striker in your under 23s that I can borrow?" Or you know what I mean? So he's never gonna call Ollie and them man out, man, and that's just how it is. And Ferdinand, like you said, they're all in a friendship group, innit? So they're just not gonna call each other out, man. Which is,
I can't rate them. I can't rate them, bro. I can't rate them. I can't rate them, and that's why I can't rate them. These man, bro. For me, I look at Arsenal even as well. Arsenal, man, you get me? Like there'll be like club legends that will coming after Unai Emery, like Petit and all them, man. But as soon as Arteta's here, they don't want to say anything. You feel me? Like
no, it's true. Like, a lot of them.
A lot of them, bro. And it's like in the media right now, Simon Jordan, the people I weren't meant to like, I'm starting to like them because they're the ones that are showing the cold facts.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No. I hear you on that. Them man are on TalkSport speaking the truth sometimes, and I don't even like them, man. But it's almost as if, it's weird, isn't it? It's like when they appoint a certain manager, it's like they feed the whole media and say, listen, I want you to like this one, because no matter what Arteta was doing wrong, I'm going on Twitter, I'm opening things, and he's being defended, and they're blaming everybody but him. And I'm like, But surely he should be held accountable. You know what I mean? This guy's 15th in the league at Arsenal talking about trust the process. Like, what process? Do you know what I mean? He's lucky there was no fans in the stadium, because if there was fans there, he would have been sacked this season, 100%. They would have gone crazy with that happening.
Jeez, man. I remember when I was at the game against Fulham, man, and they booed him off. But at the end, they started singing ole, ole, ole. So I don't understand, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't understand, like some of the fans' expectation, because I think a lot of them were like, this is awful, man. This is awful. You know what I'm trying to say to you? But before we kind of wrap up on the Arsenal talk, who do you need this summer? Who do you need this summer? Who do you want this summer? You know, I mean, it's a big question.
We need a lot, but realistically, what we need a right back. We need to get Hector Bellerin out the door and get a right back in. Somebody like a Lamptey or a Max Aarons or someone like that. We need a backup left back, because Tierney is injury prone, and we spent half the season with one left back.
Yeah, I know. True.
We need probably 2 centre midfielders, because Xhaka's going, Ceballos has gone. Today they reckon El Neni could be going. We may only actually have Thomas Partey, and that's about it. So we need 2 centre mids. You know, Basuma would be ideal, but for some reason Arteta doesn't seem to want to buy him. Like, he wants Ruben Neves from Wolves.
What's them hard workers, man? Them hard workers.
Yeah, we need some energy and power in there, man. You know what I mean? I don't know about Neves.
You know what, Neves, I think for me, he's a decent player. But when I look at him and I realise I seen him against United, and he was he got bossed around by Matic and Donny. He's not really had a good season. You know what I mean? He's only in the Portugal squad for me because of what he's done in the past. You know what I mean? And he's kind of almost got himself in there. I don't really rate him. I rated him when he came to the football club in the first year. But I think he's tailed off, man. Last 2 seasons, I don't think he's been all that, you know.
I think he's better than Xhaka, but when they're talking about he's better than Xhaka, but for 35-40 million, when Arsenal probably ain't got that much money to spend, not for me. I gotta be honest. I would definitely go for Basuma. Basuma and Partey, that's a brick wall. That's powerful. That's energetic. That's that gives an opportunity for the guys in front to play. But I think he just wants a ball player to play next to Partey. So I don't know with Neves, for 40 mil, I think that's too much. But I think Arsenal are going to get him, because apparently Wolves are willing to be flexible on the payment structure and things like that. And Arsenal love that, man. Cash generator settings and that. They love all that. So I think we need a Cam, a number 10. Obviously, that's why they want a Buendia. They'll try and get Odegaard back on loan, I think. But that one doesn't excite me either, to be honest.
Doesn't excite you, know what I mean? He's someone who, for me, is a good flair player, but again, is it Arsenal what Arsenal need? You know what I mean? Like, for me, Buendia could have been a perfect time. I think there's other players in Europe where I look at him and I think, does he suit the league? And Odegaard, I'm not sure, because when you win them winter months and that, and it gets tough and you play back-to-back games, has he got that grit? Has he got that determination? Has he got the kind of steel? Because you still need that. I know you can have quality, but still you need to have a bit of steel, you feel me? Because end of the day, I remember when Ozil came to the football club, he had it, man. And then next thing you know, he built on it. Obviously, when it happened. But, Odegaard, I wouldn't say he's overrated, but I think he's, again, I remember you brought in Denis Suarez. You brought in, who did you bring in? You brought a similar ilk.
Yeah, lightweight. They're lightweight, man.
Yeah, man, he's a bit,
If he played for Man City, a team that gets the ball down and moves it, it'll look good. But a lot of the time, we haven't got possession. And then when we're back against the wall, bruv, you don't really want an Odegaard. And do you know what it is? I want a number 10 that scores goals. We haven't had a number.
There you go. He's not
like you've got Bruno. Bruno's
Yeah.
getting you 15 goals in that number 10 role. Do you know what I mean? Even though he doesn't always play great, them goals make the difference. They take pressure off the striker. So for me, Odegaard, I think he scored 2 goals in half a season when he came in. One was in Europe, one was in the league. That is not enough for a guy that they're talking about 40 million plus Real Madrid want for him. So for me, I want a number 10 that scores, man. Go and get do you know what? I like the guy Pereira. at West Brom. £15 million. He got
Bro,
11
he's a
goals.
good player. You know who you should get? Shall I tell you your transfer window, right?
Go on.
So I would give you. So what do you want? What do you say you wanted?
Right back.
Right back. For me, I would go and get. I would go get Max Aarons.
Yeah,
from Norwich.
I like him.
Well, who else is there next?
We need a centre mid, definitely. It's got to be
Centre
Basuma.
mid, Basuma, and then I would go and get, for me, that guy that plays for Fulham, Anguissa. Anguissa, bro. I'm telling you right now, he can. You know what? People say to me, he's more of a centre attacking midfielder. I don't listen. He played against Man United at Fulham, and he was playing from DM. He was playing like literally holding midfield role, and he was dictating. So that would be another one, Anguissa. So that would be Basuma and Anguissa. Who else do you need?
We need a 10.
And the number 10, I'm thinking you go and get. You know what, man? If you wanted it, let me check. Yeah, when Anguissa, I take an Anguissa, 100%. Yeah. Who's the tenants out there, people? Let us know. Fekir.
Sabitzer would be a good one.
That's another one. Sabitzer, for me, is rated. So Sabitzer, Basuma, Anguissa, Max Aarons, yeah? I'm telling you right now, that wouldn't cost you more than about 120.
No, it probably wouldn't, really. 30 for Aarons, probably 30, 40 for Basuma. Anguissa wouldn't be that
no, it
much,
wouldn't
surely.
Be. I reckon that would be 20 to 30 million.
20 mil, yeah. And then who did you say? Sabitzer, they're saying like 20 mil for him.
There you go then.
20, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? You're looking at 120 million. Again.
And you can sell. You got to sell players as well, so it ain't going to cost much.
Listen, man, if only this football club, was you get me, like how we think you get me.
But we won't do that, bro. We'll go and slap 40 million down for Ruben Neves. You know what I mean? We'll go and buy some unknown right back, from nowhere. We'll get Odegaard on loan
or something. You know what I mean?
We'll get Odegaard on loan for another year.
Would you take Sterling? Would you take Sterling?
Nah, I wouldn't. Do you know why?
Wow.
No, do you know what? Yeah, I wouldn't take. Not because he's not good enough. He's obviously more than good enough, but Sterling to me is a system player, Sterling, in the sense that you even look at Sterling for England, he's nowhere near as good as he is for Man City because they know how to get the ball to him. They slide them little through balls. The way we play football, we don't dominate possession. He wouldn't get the kind of service. We play slow football as well. I just don't think, and Sterling's on nearly 300 grand a week. Nah, not for me. I wouldn't buy. He's more than good enough anyway as a player, but we'd make him look poor, man. We'd ruin him. I wouldn't take him.
Yeah, facts, man. Yo, big up to everybody who's joining in right now. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Make sure you're following Curtis Shaw TV. You feel me? Link is in the title, people. All you got to do is hit the hyperlink. Go make sure you subscribe to his channel. We're just going to chat quickly before we wrap this up. You get me a bit of Euro chat.
Yeah.
Euro starting today, man. How you feeling, man? I'm excited, man. Things just distract us away from our club, man. We need to just enjoy football, man. You feel me?
I'm telling you, man. Bruv, do you know what? I haven't even been that hyped up about it in the last couple of weeks, but now it's here today. I'm like, 2 or 3 games a day. I don't even want to think about Arsenal, watch some national football, put some bets on, I've got a little fantasy league going as well. I'm looking forward to it, man. And you know what it is? I'm an England fan, of course. I want England to win it, but I just enjoy watching good football. I want to see, I'm excited to watch this French team. Portugal got some players in there, Belgium there's so many countries that I want to watch. And I think the Euros is almost like, it's not a better competition, but it's more, like in the World Cup.
For me,
in the World Cup, you look at England's group, they got they had like Tunisia and Panama. There's teams there that you can just beat up 5-0. Like in the Euros, they're all pretty good teams. So I think the standard will be high, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Now, I've always been Euros for me. You get me? If you want to know, people, I've always rated Euros over World Cup. I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I think it's just the standard of the teams in there. I think for me, it's quicker football. I think you're not going to see teams sitting back a lot in the Euros more than I see World Cup. You get me? Even for me, when I look at him, man, I like Copa America. You know what I mean? I like Copa America as well, man. You know what I'm trying to say to you? We don't even have £1.20, never mind 120 million. That's actually mad, you know. That's actually mad.
Bro, do you know last season we released fit? Oh, here we go. Don't worry, people. I'll run it. He's got to put another pound in the meter. Arsenal takeover on Saeed TV, man. Big up Jashar as well. Make sure you're on my channel at 2 o'clock as well. I'll be live on there, people. Come over. Wiley puts a pound in there. I can't click on the comments, but let me see what you're saying. Need to watch the AFCON proper vibes. Yep, that'll be good as well. Customary lag from Saeed. Yeah, there you go. You put another pound in the meter, yeah?
You know what it is, yeah? It's whenever I put the say now, the mics or the whatever's in there, if it's connected to the MacBook and I try to fiddle something around it, it just changes, bro. Everything comes off. So it's not even the new Wi-Fi.
Stay away from it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Wi-Fi.
I'm telling you, bro. It's a mad thing out here, man. But in terms of, I don't even want to talk about England, to be honest with you, but I think it's just down to the players. If the players can ball out, the players can ball out. If we don't, I think England, I don't think they're going past round of good knockout stages, mate. I really do. If they get a proper team in the knockout stages, I don't think they'll beat them. I really don't. I think they'll get through the qualifiers, but, you know.
With England, like, I think it's similar to United and Arsenal, like, the manager, bro.
There you go.
I don't rate him at all. You know what I mean?
No.
He's look at the players he's got to work with, and then when I watch England play, I'm like, yo, where's the attacking play? Where's the entertainment? We're kind of boring. The man picked 4 right backs, fam, because he was scared to actually, drop 1 or 2 of them. So the man just picked all 4 of them. Like, that tells you everything about Southgate, you know.
Trust me, bro. You get me. Right, I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
Go on.
Favorites?
Oh, it's France. It's France's tournament to lose. If they play well, they'll win it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Cool. I'm gonna say France as well. Dark horse.
They're a joke. Dark horse. Do you know what? I think Turkey are good. You know, like if we're going with a real outsider, like I'm not going to talk about one that we will mention. Like I just think Turkey. They got Demiral, Sionchu, Yilmaz. They got some good players there, man. I think they'll be difficult. I'll go with Turkey, man. I think they're obviously people saying like Italy and teams like that, but I class them as one of the favourites still, rather than a dark horse. But Italy, I've got a good team. Verratti,
Italy, boy, their midfield is a joke, mate. I'm telling you right now.
Barella, Inter, Verratti, and that.
Verratti, Pellegrini, you know what I mean?
What's the other one?
Locatelli.
Insigne.
Yeah, man. Insigne. I've always rated Insigne. I don't know why top plus have never been in for him. Very, very good player, bro.
Who's your dark horse? I know you're a Denmark fan, aren't you? You got Danish
listen, man.
family.
I got Danish family, bro. You get me? Copenhagen gang. You get me?
Schmeichel business, yeah.
Schmeichel, you get me? We got solid midfield. We got Delaney in there. We've got the Tottenham guy Højbjerg. We've got, you know what I mean? We've just up front it's a bit iffy, but I think we've got a good base to. Yeah, Braithwaite and Dolberg and you know what I mean, the RP Leipzig fans. So we've got Summit there. You feel me? I think they didn't qualify. You get me? They've only got one good player. And that's Yeah, Delaney's good, man. Delaney's good, man. You get me? It's starting for Dortmund, man. Come on. Yeah. You feel me? So yeah, I think that one. Okay. Surprise package.
Who would I go with? See, the funny thing is you always end up with someone, like I'm thinking like Croatia. You always end up with a team like Croatia who would just sneak to like a semi-final. Do you know what I mean? Because I was looking at Croatia. Do you know what though? They're a bit old up front. That's the only thing. Do you know what? I think might be decent is Poland, you know. I'm telling you, because they got Lewandowski up front, best striker in the world. Zielinski and their man in midfield. They're not bad. They're not bad. They're the real like outsider who no one thinks will do anything. I think Poland will be half decent.
I reckon as well. I reckon them, and maybe I'm going for Turkey to be surprise packages. I think they'll surprise a lot of people. So I'm going to go for Turkey surprise package.
Yeah,
Right, the
yeah.
last one. Flops.
I'm going to go for... this is a tricky one. In my head, I got to be honest, I'm thinking Spain.
Yep, that's my one.
Because I don't see a team with Morata up front thriving. I just don't see it happening. They didn't take Ramos. I don't think they've took any Real Madrid player.
Nope, not one Real Madrid player, I think it is. You know what I mean?
I just don't
even
see
though
where
they've
the
had
goals come from up front. Like,
yeah.
who've they got apart from Morata? I don't think Diego Costa plays.
They've got a young squad, man. They've got a young squad. Dani Almo, Pellegrini. They've got Thiago Alcantara. But at the end of the day, mate, you know what I mean? We're dealing with what they used to have, mate. I think for me, they've got a lot of young players in there. They've got Busquets is kind of old, you know what I mean? He's aging. They've got, they've had, certain things happen in their camp. Adama Traore, they've got a new squad. It's not David Villa anymore. It's not Torres. It's not, it's not even Fingy anymore. What's that left back they used to have back in the day? Capdevilla. Remember him, bro? He had a mad 2008 tournament. You know what I mean? They had ballers, bro. You feel me? It's not the team that they used to have, bro. You know what I mean? It's not. And I would say an outsider would be, I think Belgium, I think Belgium.
They got a very old defense. I see Vertonghen and them, man.
Vertonghen, I think they'll get rinsed in terms of pace, mate. I really do.
But they got Buendia and them, man, playing who couldn't even get on the bench at Man City and that line.
Yeah, man. I think they'll fail, man. But yo, Curtis, man, big up to you for coming on, bro.
Big up, bro.
You know what I'm trying to say, man. Big up to you for coming on. Yeah, as you can see, bro, people, make sure you subscribe to Curtis Shaw TV. Hopefully, we'll do more videos, man. And you, man, have been asking for it, so you get me. We'll mix it up. We'll try bringing content for you guys. You know what I'm trying to say to you. And yeah, man, keep supporting the channel. Anything you got coming that you got a plug?
I got a show at 2:00. I'm just doing like a bit of a Euros preview and that. So yeah, I'm just gonna delve a bit deeper into it, and then probably do a watch along for the game tonight and see how that goes. And obviously England game Sunday and that. So we'll do that. But keep doing your thing on the channel, bro. I've loved the channel, and we'll have to work together more, man.
Come on, man. Hopefully, man, we can work together and everyone can do their bit, bro. You know what I'm trying to say to you. But yeah, man, people, I'm also going to do a watch along as well. I'm probably going to go live at about 7:30, people. You get me? Just build up slowly. And then, yeah, man, I'm just going to vibes up. You get me? Yeah, man, I'm going to do this one. Then hopefully I think, is it Belgium playing tomorrow night at 8 p.m.? I think it is. I'll probably do them two, people, and then we'll go from there. I'll let you know the schedule of what watch-alongs I can do. I'm just going to tie it in because obviously I've got boxing training. I've got, you know what I mean? I've got certain things. So it's about balancing the lifestyle, people. You feel me? But yeah, man, subscribe, man. Remember sure to subscribe to Curtis Shaw TV. And yeah, man, we're out, people. Hope you've enjoyed the video and enjoy the rest of your Friday day, man. You know what I mean? It's a nice sunny day again, man. But people, love, and we're out of here. Take care. Bye-bye. And peace.